Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Good evening, Don.
Save us, Peter. Save us.
Right. No,
For God's sakes, save us.
Hi, Peter.
Don, all I've done is math.
Big math show.
Oh, yeah.
We're a big math show. Peter?
And let's throw in Troy Jefferson, our crackhead of promotion. He's not a crackhead. He's the head of promotion.
Crackhead of is really what.
That's his nickname moving forward.
And Peter again.
You know what? Either way, it's you. Because even if it was me, it would have been you.
Bad job by all of us on this next one. Bad job by everybody involved, myself included, that we haven't played this yet.
Andrew, who would you say is the best Brazilian available I could find in the Euros?
Brazil is a South American country, so they're not playing in the Euros.
No, they're certainly not. They're not doing it this year either. Big game, actually, that went final about 45 minutes ago. Italy looked like they were going to lose 1-0 to Croatia, which would have knocked them out of group stages. They would not have made it. 98-minute goal, so 90 and then the 8 minutes of extra time, scored to give them a 1-1 draw, which gave them enough to be in second in Group B, and they will face Switzerland in the knockout rounds.
Would you go as far as calling that a goal in the 99th minute?
I believe it was a goal in the 98th.
You said it was after 98, right?
No, I said 90 plus 8. I'll go back and double check for you.
Hello.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
It was just a joke because you said in the 98th minute. It was funny. That's all.
Okay.
It was for me.
Excellent. Excellent. It's much like the Try Me Bro. Or Trust Me Bro.
That Trust Me Bro didn't go well earlier.
No.
I loved what you did, but
we'll equate the two. And yesterday, you mentioned it earlier, Peter. U.S. men's national team starts off their Copa America opener with a win. Christian Pulisic, a goal and an assist. They beat Bolivia 2-0. Their next game is against Panama Thursday in Atlanta. So home court here for the Americans. In a group that is going to be pretty tough. Bolivia is not very good. Panama, I guess, is probably closer to the Americans. And then Uruguay is in their group, and they will probably win the group. That is the team they play third. But a nice win to start off. And, Peter, you said that you forgot that it was even happening.
The final yesterday?
Well,
not a final. Just a group game.
Don't paint him as absent-minded. He was very busy.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot on his plate.
Mm-hmm. It was the first group game, though. There was no final. It was just
yesterday was the first game in the group.
For the Copa America. Oh yeah,
but just to dismiss it as a.
You know what I was.
So Don, I think we got to back it up because Peter thought it was the final.
I did.
It was the first game of a long Copa America tournament.
All right, you know what? I take it all back. Peter,
very,
you really
very disappointed.
Didn't care.
No, it was the first game after the knockouts. No,
just the first game of the group stage.
I think you know what? Why are we talking about it then? Who gives a damn?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I just got to be real. I honestly, the way Anthony and Don both mentioned it, because I've paid zero attention to Copa America this year.
Well, it just started, so
I assume that meant they'd gone on a run of some sort.
No, it's just they're playing and they won. They also beat a country that hadn't won a Copa America game since 2015. But it's something.
It's a nothing.
Well, just the transition. Jay said that my idea for the point guard after the point guard, some names, extra point guard, or the point after.
Or we could just do it.
Ooh, I like the point after.
At the end of the ENN.
I like the point after.
The point guard could just be at the end of the show.
No, you do more work. How about that?
Yeah.
Don't try to weasel your way out of this.
Dance, clown.
I see what you're doing. Do your producer dance. I've had enough negativity out of you for one day.
When did the Copa America start, by the way? ESPN says the Cavaliers hired Kenny Atkinson as their next head coach. He was the top assistant for the Warriors since 2021. He'll take over the Cavs roster that made it to the Eastern Conference semifinals over 2 years ago and have won 99 regular season games over the past 2 seasons. Former coach of the Nets, too, so he found a home.
Should still be the Nets coach when you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, James.
It would have been better.
And now James Borrego, who was a finalist, I believe, for that job, or at least in discussions, is now expected to become a prominent candidate for the Pistons coaching job, which we know was vacated by Monty Williams.
Very desirable job.
Yeah, well,
there is good news, by the way.
What's that?
I felt upset that I missed all of Copa America. The great news is now I have another game on Thursday.
And another one after that.
They play Panama.
Yeah, said that too.
Look at that.
Very exciting stuff. Andrew, I tried. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I would have started ENN with it, but go ahead. Continue.
Listen, that's why it's yours. I'm just here filling in. I am just here filling in. Raptors All-Star Scotty Barnes intends to sign a max rookie extension. Raptors and Barnes representation intend to have a deal, according to Woj, worth as much as $270 million.
You kidding me?
Which will be signed when the league's moratorium ends on July 6th. Everybody getting paid. And we should mention, Fred Katz is reporting that OG Anunoby, not a surprise here, is opting out of his player option, which was only being $19 million. When it's expected that his number is going to start with $35 million, it makes a heck of a lot of sense that he declined his player option. He will hit free agency.
And the good news is there's only a handful of teams that would be interested in his services. Because he's like a specific player for a contender, right? He's not going to go sign with the Hornets and do very much. And also, he could be in jeopardy of getting big money because he does get hurt a lot.
Yeah, it's a good point. I wonder if he is only a player. I don't know if I'd say he's only a player that a contender would want. But in terms of the value that he has, you would think that's where it would be. But, why would he go signing somewhere from someplace that's really far away? He's not turning a team from nothing into.
So is he going to get max money viable someplace for a non-contender, hoping you can build around him, or is he just like a missing piece to a team?
That's
There's only a handful of teams that could be in that situation, so that's good news for the Knicks.
I think you got that right.
And like we said, with all that they traded away for him, I think the Knicks have every intention of trying to bring him back, but it may not be on some team-friendly deal. I think OG is going to get a lot of money, and if the Knicks do run it back, it's going to be with this similar roster, and they're going to be pretty close to that second apron, if not over it. So definitely something to keep in mind with free agency looming in the NBA. WNBA yesterday, Peter mentioned this. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark met for the third time. It looked like it was going to be another win for the Indiana Fever, but no.
Hello.
Angel Reese had a big game, and Chicago came back. 88-87 win. It was 17 points and a franchise record, 13 assists for Caitlin Clark of the Fever, but Chicago came back to win the game. Angel Reese, remember that double-double record? Well, she scored. She had another one. That's now 8 consecutive games. She now extends the rookie record and is the first rookie since Aja Wilson with 25-plus points and 15-plus rebounds in a single game. She joins Wilson as the only players in the WNBA this season with multiple games with 15 points and 15 boards. Hot ticket, $351 on average to get into that game yesterday.
I mean, it's a thing. It is definitively a thing. And we talked last week to Ryan Rucco about the odds of Angel Reese winning Rookie of the Year. She probably won't. And odds tell you she definitely won't. But I'll tell you what, Don. Coming off of a game where they get the win, and she finishes with 25 and 16, I'd be surprised if those odds don't shift just slightly.
They might.
Well, let's take a look, shall we?
We shall.
While I do that, Angel Reese was asked about the comeback after the game.
Well, Angel, your team was down by 15 points, and you personally started the run that won this game. How do you find this in you each and every time to be such a winner?
I'm a dog. You can't teach that. I'm going to go out and do whatever it takes to win, and every single night, my teammates rely on my energy. So being able to continue the energy, even if we're down, even if we're up, that's what I do.
Caitlin Clark minus 900 to win Rookie of the Year. Angel Reese plus 550 on ESPN Bet.
So I think that did shift, no?
I think it shifted a little bit. Caitlin Clark's still a heavy favorite.
Yeah, still very heavy, but I feel like it was even higher last week.
Angel Reese said games like yesterday, great for the sport.
Of course, it's good for the game, good for women's basketball, but also good for women's sports. You see NBA players, rappers, legends that have played in the league for a long time come out and show support. So everybody's watching right now. I think it's just one of the most important times right now. We just continue to keep putting on. I think both teams tonight did an amazing job putting on a show, and it was fun. I had a great time. I'm sure the other team had a great time.
I think I'm going to see the Liberty tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
Sure.
Hosting the Commissioners. Well, I'm going to see them on Sunday.
Okay.
They have a regular home game at Barclays Center on Sunday that was already on my calendar against the Dream. But then tomorrow, they now move the Commissioners Cup final to UBS tomorrow. So I may go out to UBS and catch them against the Lynx tomorrow.
That is Tuesday at 8, and you could see that game on Prime Video.
That's right, Prime Video vehicle to you and me.
Tiwi.
Yeah,
Tiwi and Jace. Caitlin Clark on the end of that game.
I'm sure there was an opportunity or two for me to probably attempt another shot there quite at the end, but I trust my teammates. Obviously, 13 assists, that means my teammates scored off of 13 of my passes. It's a really great number. So I'm going to give them the ball every time and give them an opportunity to score. I believe in them, and obviously Kels had a great game. I thought AD was really good. I thought we were really good out of ball screen action for 3 quarters.
Yeah, what Caitlin's referencing is at the end of the game, she probably did have a chance to take the game-winning shot, but she elected to pass for probably a higher percentage shot for one of her teammates. They did not make it. But still, I mean, a very good game for Caitlin Clark, but a great game for Angel Reese, and Chicago came out on top. Happy birthday, J.J. Redick. It's his birthday today.
Oh, boy.
And he celebrated by being introduced as the head coach of the LA Lakers. In case you're wondering, J.J. Redick does listen when people talk about him.
I have never coached in the NBA before. I don't know if you guys have heard that. My motivations for doing this, it starts with a very simple foundation of service.
The best part about that was Don was louder than the actual laugh.
By the way, there's so much I have to say here. In fact, you can close up shop, wrap up ENN. I got it from here.
Sounds good to me. You want me to do the Michelle Scalisi and the...
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Don, this is going to be bad, man.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's going to get... No, I'm just saying, this J.J. Redick thing. Listen, I dealt with it. I saw he was a rising star at our company, and you know, I'm just a small fry doing my little radio thing, popping up here and there. So you don't want to take any big shots at the throne when this guy shows up at our company and 5 seconds is on. He's with Ryan Ruocco calling games. 5 seconds after that, he's debating Stephen A. Smith, and everyone's loving him. And then 5 seconds after that, he's in the number one booth for basketball in the world. So I wasn't going to take my shots. I just want to be clear now. He's going to be insufferable, and I am almost looking forward to the level of hatred. I may hate J.J. Redick as Lakers coach in a way that I haven't hated anyone in a long time. He's going to ignite something in me. You know, like the Lakers-Celtics thing was kind of peace. Celtics won in 08, Lakers in 09. The Kobe thing, the respect. You know what, Don, I really enjoyed Kobe. It kind of felt like there was a level of respect with this rivalry. But with J.J. Redick being the dookie that he is, okay? Right. By the way, Don, in case you're wondering, he had his welcome press conference in the Hall of Fame room at Cameron Indoor. So lest you think he's gotten far away from his dookie filth, he's still deep entrenched in the filth. You could smell the sweat of Mike Krzyzewski's you-know-what dripping down his suit in this whole thing. And if you hear the tone, I just can't wait. I can't wait. Hey. The hate is alive.
Hey, Don.
Yeah. And I'm going to love it.
You want to hear from J.J. Redick on why he took the Laker job?
Oh, please, give it to me. Pump it into my veins.
This job was about the Lakers, and it was about LeBron James, Anthony Davis, two of the greatest players ever. I've been able to do some incredible things in my life. Rob knows this. Like Monday night, I called Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Thursday, I'm in Cameron. One of my sons is playing at Duke camp in the practice facility. The other son is in Cameron Indoor Stadium, and I'm on the phone with Rob and Jeannie committing to this job in the Duke Hall of Fame room. I've gotten to do some amazing stuff in my life. This might be the best. And when I think about this job in particular, it's not just about getting the job. What I wanted to do was do the job. I wanted to coach the Los Angeles Lakers. And so that was where I landed on pursuing this versus, potential other opportunities.
Well, sorry, maybe he got the call when he was at Duke. Maybe this was back in Los Angeles. I apologize. I hate you. I plain old just hate your guts. And now that you're not with the company, I'm proud to say it. I listen, I'm sure you're a lovely guy. And in person, I think you're fine. But when it comes to sports hate, I just remember, I can still picture his annoying form. And by the way, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the quote. Someone just sent it to me the other day. This is mutual. It may not be me specifically, but there's a quote of JJ that I saw moving around on social the other day where he's like, listen, with other teams, North Carolina, Wake Forest, there's a level of respect. When it comes to Maryland, F them. That's how he feels too. So it's not one-sided. There's a lot of hatred between Maryland and JJ. And so I own it proudly. And now you went to the other team that I root. Oh, Don, it's going to be fun.
Now, Anthony, I don't know if you thought this.
What's up,
But
Don?
this could affect not one but two relationships in Peter's life.
Okay.
Number one, it could affect his relationship with Ty Butler because he's a big Laker fan, so I could see that being frayed just by
That's going to be an
what he just
interesting
said.
show next week.
Yeah, that should make it very interesting.
Can't wait. Well, he won't be on board yet. I mean, I don't think Ty's a fraud.
I think that I said frayed can be repaired. But what I think there's a clean break is with Ryan Ruocco. Because the way Ruocco talked up JJ last week, and now to hear what Peter had to say, I think you're now definitely at odds with Ryan Ruocco. So
Dookie filth. Listen, they know each other in real life. First of all, Ryan's such a nice guy. Ryan accepts people for who they are. He's a lovely, lovely person. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know hatred like this. His soul doesn't have it. I wish I was like Ryan Ruocco. I wish that I didn't see things this way. But there are certain things that are just too much,
right?
And the feelings that have been conjured up by when I saw, and by the way, not only were the feelings conjured up when I saw him sitting there with the Lakers backdrop, the whole thing, hearing about him wax poetic, if you will, on how amazing his life is between the Lakers and Duke. Not only did that force vomit to go up my throat and for me to swallow it back down, but then I don't know if you saw this. I sent you guys a photo. Something about JJ's hiring because he's a good-looking guy. You know how they say there's like an old wives' tale about like when you have a daughter, the daughter will like take the looks from the mother. I don't know if you've ever heard that. It's like an old wives' tale people say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I believe JJ Redick has taken the looks from Rob Pelinka. Don, what the hell's going on with Pelinka's hair?
Well, remember how everyone said that, you never saw Rob Lowe and Rob Pelinka in the same place?
Yeah.
You've seen them in different places.
There's different.
Yeah, no, they're now in different places.
They're now in different places.
One is in a barbershop. The other one's, I don't know where the other one is. It's not good, Don. You could smell the sweat of Mike Krzyzewski's you-know-what dripping down his suit.
That's a lot
I've
going
never,
on there.
without losing his temper, I've never heard this side of Peter.
That's a lot of hatred.
Because that's when you know that it's pure hate, when he could say the things that he said as calmly as he said it.
Because listen, I am now, Maryland won the championship in 2002. Mm-hmm. Our the last one that ripped my soul out against Duke was 2001. Mm-hmm. So it's been 23 years where it's been on a pay. Obviously, that championship the next year, guys, took a lot out of it. Like once you saw that like Maryland was kind of a worthy ACC opponent by winning the national championship, that sort of made me feel a lot better. Then, of course, Maryland leaves the ACC, and things have dissipated. But this has woken up a spirit in me that it's a little scary to think about. And now, the irony, of course, is where did the star of my Celtics team go to school?
No, this is scary, Peter.
They're going to hug before
I've never
games?
seen, Peter, this is like serial killer level. Like, where you can kill somebody, but yet your pulse doesn't go over 60. Like, this is where Peter's at right now. He is throwing out, like, this vitriol, and he's doing it as calmly as possible. This is scary. I'm legit scared of Peter right now.
And this is just the press conference.
Oh, I could see this could be a thing.
Well, how about the lie to start the press conference?
Oh, no.
I mean, just the first word you're going to say as head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Listen, I may hate them. They're one of the great franchises in the history of sports. Second to the Celtics, of course, with 17 versus the Celtics 18 championships. And the Celtics had a much higher percentage when it comes to win percentage in the championship. But to start with a lie, to refer to Anthony Davis as one of the greatest players of all time, you already don't want to offend Anthony Davis? Uh-oh, you're already dancing? Because you can't actually put Anthony Davis and LeBron James in the same conversation. But that's what you did. He lied, Don. He said with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, two of the greatest players of all time. Don, really?
What happens when he argues a call, Don? Like on the sideline, he just gets into the grill of an official. Peter has to sit there and watch that.
Oh, my.
I might have to find a way. In a big spot, I may fork over my life's fortune to get the seat next to the Lakers bench or right behind it so I can scream the entire game.
I could see this happening. I'm with Peter. I don't think this is ultimately going to work out. But I could see the Sports Center now, the Lita Sports Center, when the Lakers go out and win like 11 of their first 14 games. The JJ effect. And people genuflecting to the amazing job that he's done.
Oh, my God.
He has cracked the code. I want to be on the day that happens.
Ready for this, Don? Ready for this?
Yeah.
Is JJ Redick the next Coach K? Oh.
Like that?
You go on a run. You start on a run like that.
No.
The conversation will start.
No.
And Peter will be at the front.
That's not what they're going to say.
What are they going to say?
Is he the next Pat Riley?
Oh.
The JJ effect as the Lakers beat the Nuggets last night by 13 points to raise their record to 11-3. Clearly, JJ has been able to crack the code in L.A. that many coaches have not been able to do since Del Harris.
The great Del Harris.
Well, just reporting Chris Finch of the Timberwolves gets a 4-year contract extension for the great year that Minnesota
Why
had.
not? Because it looks so real.
Absolutely.
Let's get Alex on tomorrow. Don't promote it, but let's get Alex on tomorrow to talk about the extension.
Okay, I think we can make that work, right? We have some time. Some track and field guys, because some of the trials for the Olympics were on last night. Noah Lyles won the 100 meters. He'll be at the Olympics, and that's one of many events that he is trying to win gold at this year, and he very well could when the Olympics goes over to Paris. The story that I sent to Peter and that I think is very interesting, that's just kind of cool to watch. We got a lot going on tonight. You've got Tennessee, Texas A&M in the College World Series, of course, on ABC, 8 o'clock.
Elimination
7.
night.
It's elimination night. Edmonton versus Florida for the Stanley Cup in the Stanley Cup final. Something close to Peter's heart in Maryland. 16-year-old Quincy Wilson, Don. He's a sophomore at Bullis High School in Potomac, Maryland. He set the under-18 men's world record for the 400-meter dash on Friday in the first round of trials, and then he rebroke it yesterday.
Wow.
To qualify for the final. And there's a pretty good to fair chance he may not be able to make the team. He may not be able to make the 400-meter as an American. But usually if you make the 400-meter final, there's a chance you make the relay team. So this 16-year-old kid from Maryland has a chance to make the Olympic team. I think that's pretty cool.
Sometimes I base predicting greatness on the name. Noah Lyles sounds like something that's going to be with us for a while.
Well, he's a star,
yeah.
And Quincy Wilson looks like he is going to be a star as well. Guess what, guys? That's going to do it for ENN. Brought to you by Security Dodge. Shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com during their Make This the Summer event.
Wow, I just was shown. I was just shown a clip of J.J. Redick at his introductory press conference saying he doesn't know how to answer a question because he, quote, doesn't give a bleep. And, oh, yeah, it was the F-bomb in the introductory press conference. Dookie filth.
This is going to age very well for you. You're going to have some bumps in the road. But ultimately, it'll age very well for you.